Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. A lot happened in March and at the same time not a lot happened in March. A lot has just been going on in my life. It's just been really stressful. I've been trying to reconnect with myself, trying to ground myself again, trying to tap into my creative juices here and there. And whilst I haven't been able to create as much as I would like to, while I haven't been able to meditate as much as I would like to, I'm grateful for the times that I have been able to just take some space for myself. So this vlog is a bit of a jumbo vlog to cover at least the last few days of March and entering into the new month of April. But with all that being said, not a lot happens, like I said, and yet so much is happening in my real life and I'm starting to struggle a little bit. I explain a little bit more towards the end of this vlog, but for now, just enjoy what you see. There's gonna be a hodgepodge of stuff, so I hope you don't mind. I need to invest in earmuffs for the winter because my ears are frozen right now, and new binoculars because I used to do a lot of bird watching when I was a child, and I think since being here there's been a lot of really cool birds that we obviously don't have in the UK, and I'm very intrigued by them. Every time I come down here I try and snap a picture of a bird and then try and find it on Google. So no, I still love bird watching. It's something that I like to do. But yeah, we're just kind of retracing a few steps where we used to walk our dog. So we're both feeling a little bit emotional and a little drained right now, but we're also feeling quite positive about the future and thinking about all the fun and good memories that we've got and had. And we're lucky to have videos and photos and stuff of her. So we're just taking a moment and then we're gonna go grocery shopping. So yeah, birds, earmuffs, and having a somber moment in the park. Oh, come on. I actually really like this one. I think I'm gonna get the full-size bottle. This particular perfume that I'm just using now is Lazy Sunday Morning by Replica from the fashion house Maison Margiela. I really like this scent. I'm kind of leaning towards it. I know their really big scents are Jazz Club and By the Fireplace, and I do have samples of those too. But there's just something about like smelling like burning wood or burning items that just, it only throws me into one season, and that season is fall. And even then, I only want those particular scents, like not so strongly on my body, if that makes sense. Lazy Sunday Morning is kind of winning it for me. It's very fresh. There's a white musk in it as well, which is probably why I love it so much. I tend to lean towards scents and perfumes that have more of the white flowers. So tuberose, white musk, that sort of thing. Vanilla. I just love those. I love those scents. They're very fresh. They're kind of, at least to me, they kind of make me feel inspired and new, and ready to take on the day. I just like them. I just love those kind of scents, especially white musk and tuberose. Those are like my two absolute faves. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this is really important. We're waiting for AEW tickets for June when they come to Toronto. I mean, what?
You got him!
Yes! Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes! This is so exciting. We're actually going to go to a wrestling show. Wow. That's going to be amazing. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Wait. AEW New Japan Wrestling! This is going to be so exciting. We're going to have to get one of those, like, t-shirts now. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work, and I'm hoping that it's going to be warm, but yeah, we will. I'm getting all, like, serious about something, and then it's like, oh my god, I think I got tickets! Woo! Tickets! I didn't break your nose, man. So, yeah, I was actually supposed to sit here and talk to you about finances and goals and planning and things, but I guess not. I'm also just riding on the fact that my husband and I are going to see an AEW match or evening, Forbidden Door, coming up in the next few months. So I am super, 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 super excited for that. I've never been to a wrestling event before. And at this particular event, New Japan are also going to be there. There's going to be a few fighters who are going to be there. I'm hoping there's going to be at least one or two wrestlers that I've been eyeing from New Japan for quite a while. I'm hoping that they're going to be there. As far as I'm aware, not a lot or nothing has been officially announced as of yet, but it's part of AEW's like Canada tour right now. A lot of people who have been living here in Canada have really enjoyed AEW for the past few years that they've been going, and with the pandemic and everything, it kind of put a halt on tours. So a lot of us are really, really, really excited for them to come into Canada. And I'm kind of hoping at some point in the future that they do make it out to the UK as well and other parts of Europe, but that'd be really, really exciting too. So it's really nice to see this company really start from scratch and work their way up, especially the last 4 years. It's just been such an eye-opening and really fun experience. And my husband and I, we make it like a weekly ritual now to, or at least the last few years anyway, we've been watching Being the Elite every week. And it's so good to see the Jacksons build something from something very small and just kind of expand it out into this amazing idea, this amazing dream. So it's just really great to be a fan and I guess to be a part of that. So I'm really excited. I'm trying really hard to kind of like keep the excitement contained. And I'm also having to get ready to go to work soon. But I'm so excited. I've loved wrestling since I was tiny. So I grew up with WWF and also WWE. And I also just happen to love a lot of the other companies that also exist other than like New Japan. There's like a few other companies that also exist within the world of wrestling, and obviously now AEW. I love it. It's one of my favorite sports. I love the culture. I love the vibes. I love the history. It's just great. It's an aspect of my life that has been, I don't know, it's been difficult to sort of share with other people because most people don't really know what wrestling is or aren't really into wrestling, or at least the people that I've met. So when I do meet other people who are really into wrestling, it's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, let's have a conversation about this. Or what did you think of that wrestler? Or what did you think of that recent match? So it's nice to be able to actually share a lot of that stuff with my husband because we're both pretty nerdy when it comes to discussing wrestling and following wrestling news and stuff. But there are also aspects of wrestling that we don't particularly share with each other too much. So he's like always scouring Squared Circle, whereas I'm always scouring Twitter for news and information on stuff. We come together when it comes to like YouTube vlogs, vlogs from various wrestlers that we like, documentaries and that kind of stuff. But it's still something that we also kind of take and at least the more serious aspects, we like to keep those pretty private from each other sometimes as well. Like we have our own sort of like private appreciations for certain wrestlers and certain aspects of wrestling history. And then there are other aspects, like our love of Jim Cornette. Yes, we're cornies. That we bring together and come together on, and we have discussions about what Jim Cornette has recently said and stuff. So I don't know, it's just the whole world of wrestling is just something that has just been of great fascination to me since I was really tiny. And I think it's something that I will always love. I will never become a wrestler myself because I don't like pain. But if I could appreciate it in my own little way here and there, I will continue to do so. It is something that usually surprises people when I tell them, like, oh yeah, I love wrestling. Wrestling was also my gateway. So wrestling and Kung Fu, because Kung Fu was a teenager for a good number of years. Those were basically my gateways into the world of like MMA and boxing and all that kind of stuff. So I like fighting sports, whereas my husband's not really a big fan of fighting sports, but he does love wrestling. And so we come together when it comes to all things wrestling. So it's just, I don't know, I love wrestling, and I'm just really shocked and surprised that we now have tickets. So I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging that night. I don't know. I don't know. You just have to watch this space and hope for the best. But I'm going to be busy right now trying to figure out what kind of merch I want to get ready for that point, because it's going to be June when this particular match that we've got tickets for comes up, which for us here in Toronto is going to be pretty hot. So I'm now deciding what we're going to be wearing. My husband's going to keep it simple and probably just wear a t-shirt. But I'm like, we're going to get tank tops. We're going to get this. We're going to be, I don't know how we're going to be expected to change. But we have a lot of merch to look at and start narrowing down. And I want to start ordering stuff in because I want to go. And I want to look good. And I want to feel good. And I want to wear a nice perfume. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm wasting time right now. I'm going to go to work. And I will see you all again soon. Yeah! I've always dreamt of being a writer, and luckily I can say that I am already a published essayist, published writer, as well as a published poet. For those of you who aren't aware, I do actually have an author channel under my pen name, which should be linked down in the description box, alongside links for my books if you would like to support me. For the last few years, I was working on a 3-part urban fantasy series, merely known as Wormwood Witches or Project Wormwood Witches. And over the last few years, I kept finding myself running into a few dead ends. So I decided to just go on a bit of a break, start reading books to try and get myself back into that creative flow again and just take my time. The more reading I did, the more inspired I felt to sit down at my computer again and to start writing. I then started writing romance. Now, I know that seems a little bit odd, and I do understand that most of my romance novels, most people who are close to me in my life will probably never get around to reading them until I decide if I want to try and get them published. But for now, I'm having a lot of fun just writing romance novels, writing romance scenes, and really delving into the world of romance books in general. Romance books are just really fun, and they're a great way to escape from the everyday, and for the most part, they are non-magical, which is also what I like as well. They just seem a lot more relatable in some degrees. So I kind of want to add my own creative juices and creative ideas to the world of the romance genre eventually, one day. It's just, I don't know, it's a genre that for the longest time, as most people are aware, has just often been kicked off of lists, and anybody who reads romance is usually considered in a very negative light, as if they aren't smart enough and whatnot. But I don't care. I'm going to keep reading and I'm going to keep writing romance, and I'm going to see where that takes me. I'll get an update eventually up on my main writing channel, but for now, I'm just enjoying writing when I can. just resting my phone on the fall of Gondolin, as one does. I'm heading to work now. Not much is happening, but just wanted to quickly jump in and just say I am feeling amazing. I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling a lot more positive, and the meds that I've been on for the last few months, in conjunction with everything else that's been going on, I'm now actually feeling the effects of the medication, which means that they have been working this entire time, but I just didn't know how they were working until I actually had the surgery. And I'm feeling incredibly elated, incredibly happy, and I'm still really shocked and surprised at how my life has suddenly changed without the major issues, incidents, and symptoms that I was having before the removal of this one particular fibroid. I cannot tell you the level of paranoia that I have right now, though, as a result, because I'm still kind of in that sort of like, well, what if that happens? And what if I end up experiencing that? And do I have enough of these with me? And what's going to happen if I go this distance and then something happens and then I'm not able to get home fast enough? Like, I'm starting to feel, I guess maybe not paranoia, it's just, general anxiety at this point, but I'm starting to feel a lot more normal, and I don't believe that I'm getting closer to feeling normal. Like, normalcy is something that I'm still greatly in denial about. And so far, to me, that's progress. So I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. I'm very hopeful about what else is going to be happening. And like I said, I'm just going to keep an eye on everything and just keep updating my journal, keep updating my medical journal, and then things should feel and go far better than they are right now. I don't know. But it's been a very long time. I'm still trying to figure it all out. I think it's been something like 6 years since most of this that I can remember has really been kicking off. I don't know. I'm just taking time. I'm taking time trying to figure things out, trying to recall memories, trying to recall experiences, and when symptoms started really getting really bad for me all those years ago that I just happily ignored because, I don't know, bad luck, whatever. So things are going pretty good. I'm running to work right now. Today is day 8 at work, and things have just been really good. I am on cloud 9. I am very happy with how everything has turned out and is currently working out for me so far. So I don't know. I'm still pretty good. Also, I've got new lippy. It's a little bit darker. I'm really embracing the whole purple and berries thing, because apparently that's the colors I'm supposed to be wearing that would look good with my skin tone. So yeah, at some point I will sit down, I will discuss my skincare routines, I will discuss makeup if you want to hear about makeup, but more than anything, it's just my skincare stuff that's more important right now. And at some point I will go through my planner, my medical journal, and discuss more about writing stuff on my writing channel. So I don't know, there's a lot of things that I now have realized I'm possibly able to do. I just need to do it. And that's a whole other issue in and of itself. So I'm super late. I'm going to go to work, and I will see you all again soon. Yeah. Okay. Ciao. Just organising my brand new wallpaper, more of a mood board thing. I'm not very creative, so I can't really do the whole make it sort of like aesthetically pleasing or whatever, but it has all the important things that I need on there. So my dog being financially better off and more stable, having more friends, being more healthy and spiritual, maybe getting a cat at some point in the future, exploring the beautiful city of Toronto a little bit more, having more time to read, do better with my hair, be my better self, being more spiritual again, being better at love. So that's actually supposed to be like a little love heart there, but I kind of needed something in the background, so I put that in. So I don't know if you can see that very well. And then I saw this image and I just thought that was really apt. So I thought that was quite cool. I want to continue to surround myself with all the things that I want to do while I'm here in this wonderful country and this really great city. So constantly being reminded, hey? One of my absolute favorite dishes that my husband likes to make is pierogies. The one that we tend to get is the potato and cheese pierogi. And then I usually like to have something light with it. So for this particular night, we had a Mexican salad that I managed to just pick up. I didn't feel like making a salad from scratch or anything, so I just picked up a Mexican salad. It was something slightly different than what we normally have. And yeah, we just had a pretty chill night. I was starting to get a little tired, so I didn't want anything too heavy. But yeah, we just had a pretty chill night. I just wanted to share. I bought this tech kit for my husband for his birthday recently, and I don't have my own, so I'm just using his. I'm actually heading out to see a really good friend of mine who I met here in Toronto. She's also new to the city and she's about to be launching her blog quite soon. So the plan today is to meet up, discuss a few other things, and just hang out with each other because we haven't really been able to hang out a lot in the last few weeks. Her birthday was also recently, so I felt bad not being able to go meet up with her, but today is the day. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna have brunch, and yeah, it's just gonna be tasty and exciting. It was quite funny. We both ordered the smoked salmon eggs benny, which was actually quite nice. We were both really excited about it, and I guess we both planned it out before actually meeting each other, so it was quite funny that we both had the same idea. But this was the location. It was really great. The hollandaise sauce was amazing, and the eggs benedict was just luscious. We're going back again. We want to make it our regular. I just need to figure out a way to try and drag my husband along. Oh, honestly, after we finished the main meal of this brunch that we had, we both kind of looked at each other like, should we order more? But luckily we didn't. So we moved on to the next place that we intended to go, which was the library. There's always something pretty fun when it comes to meeting new people and making new friends. On the one hand, I've got a bunch of really cool Canadian friends who have been instrumental in helping me understand and develop even more of a super deep fangirling love for the country of Canada, as well as just for the city of Toronto. And then on the other hand, it's also great to meet other people who are also not from here, because my experience of Toronto is going to be slightly different from their experience of Toronto or other parts of Canada. And it's just great to come together and discuss those stories and share those experiences with one another. So being able to get out, do something different, get out of my comfort zone, try and see if I can hunt down places in the city that I would regard as my regular spots, my regular hangouts, is something that's going to be part of my development in this city. And the library and the egg place that we went to just happens to be two of those spots for me. So I think it's safe to say that they're going to be firm favourites. I'll be visiting quite a lot with friends or alone. It was just great to get out. It's very rare that I get a day off. And I just really enjoyed myself. It was just nice being downtown. There's something about being downtown that kind of reminds me, I guess, of being back home in London and just getting around the city, just on your own personal mission, in your own world. And even though you see so much going on around you with construction and people of different shapes and sizes kind of rushing past you, how the weather can suddenly change in one day or in just a few moments, it's just, I don't know, there's just something nicer just about being downtown. It's just bustling but kind of calm at the same time. I feel more and more at home, and I guess you could say less homesick when I am downtown. And it's also the idea of just getting out of my familiar bubble. The bubble can be pretty constricting sometimes, and I can get really frustrated, and I feel very almost akin to feeling claustrophobic. It can be too much, and it can play on me mentally. So every so often, I just need to kind of stretch my legs, get downtown, or just go somewhere new and just breathe. The other upside is that I get to see new things. I can walk a little bit slower, especially if I'm by myself, because on the last part of my brunch, I was by myself. My friend had left because she had very important meetings today. And it was just nice, like I said, just to be able to just breathe and kind of have a moment to myself and just enjoy myself. Almost on a daily basis, I get a constant reminder how much I don't know this city, how much I don't know this country. I've been here since 2009. I guess in some way I could maybe try and erase the panorama years, which I guess will be about 2 years and a bit. So I'm still new to everything. I'm still new to a lot of experiences. I'm still new to a lot of places. But it's nice to know that when I go to familiar spots, I don't have to keep looking at my map anymore. I already know where I'm going. My sense of direction is getting better. It's expanding the more that I get to go out and visit different parts of Toronto. And I'm starting to realize that the city, I guess in some way, is not as big as I originally thought. It's vast, it's expansive. There's lots of places that I would love to visit, but it no longer seems like this giant, scary place anymore, and it's now feeling more and more like home. And that's a feeling I guess I've been trying to chase for quite a while, and it's only recently that I'm starting to develop that, which is quite nice. It's not as scary. But yeah, I'm just feeling really positive. I'm really looking forward to the summertime coming, because then I can get out and do a little bit more. I don't know what the future has in store for me, but I'm excited for it, and I want to continue trying to manifest more positivity and goodness to come my way. Just a heads up, I'm going to be taking a step back for April. If I do happen to upload anything, they will only be uploaded on this channel on a Thursday, but things have just been really crazy of late, and I need to focus, and I need to be able to process. I need to be able to support my husband and his family as well as my own. Just all the bad things seem to be happening all at the same time, and it's just getting a bit overwhelming and very stressful. And at the same time, I'm also losing a lot of control in other areas of my life, which has, over the last few weeks, thrown me into a bit of a downward spiral towards depression. And I know I'm heading that way again. And I want to be able to try and keep my head afloat the best way that I know how. And unfortunately, that means that with the little free time that I do get, I have to make choices on what I do with that time. So at the moment, I'm just kind of going with the flow, which means I won't be able to write as much. I won't be able to edit, film, get out, do anything for myself. I just don't have the time. So I'm just taking a break. It's something that I need. I didn't want to do it, but it's essential that I do it at least for the entirety of April. I'm hoping that I will have something up by at least the last week of April, but I highly doubt that I will. I don't know what May is looking like at the moment because it is a bit far away, but I would like to try and upload something like regularly in May again. Part of the reason why I was trying to upload every week was because it was the one thing that I had that was really, really positive, like a really positive goal that I could work towards every week. And I guess in some way, mentally and emotionally, it was keeping me feeling really good about myself and about life and how things were going. But the moment that I started to fall off that weekly track, that's when all the negative stuff has started coming back into my life. So I need to deal with all of that before I get myself back into trying to film each week. Filming each week is just a very important thing for me and my own sanity, and it's something that not a lot of people will really ever understand. They'll never really understand the importance of it, and why I need to do it for me and for myself. It's just my way of, I guess, talking to people and communicating with the outside world, because I guess all my life I've just been very lonely, and I wasn't really socialized properly as a child, so trying to make friends and maintain friendships is incredibly difficult for me. But one area that always makes me feel like I've been able to socialize, I guess, is on the internet, and YouTube just happens to be one of those outlets for me. So I'm just giving you that heads up. I'm not going to be around that much at all in April. However, I have launched a new blog because I no longer have access to my old original one, where I'm going to continue merging both my spiritual life as well as all the behind the scenes stuff, like on this channel, where I'm just going to be putting up like the odd thing here and there. So links for that will be down below. It doesn't look like very much at the moment because I'm just taking my time with it. When I have time, I'll be able to set it up properly. But for now, it would be great to know that it's being looked at. I guess that's the best way to put it. But yeah, just a lot is happening right now, and it's just one thing after another, and all the bad things seem to be happening at the same time, and it's just incredibly stressful. So apologies, I'm just not going to be around that much in April, and I hope to be back to some sort of regular schedule, because it's important for my mental health to be able to have a regular goal that I need to complete every week. My creativity has just not been great, and it's not something that I can work on either because I just don't have the time. So apologies, I will be back at some point, but for those of you who have made it this far with my vlogs, and you do actually like my vlogs and the boring content that I put out, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again in a few weeks.